Hello and welcome to the practice. Let's start seated in Sukhasana, easy cross-legged pose on your mat, or have your legs outstretched in front of you. Perhaps place a folded up blanket underneath your sitting bones. Relax your hands on your knees or your lap. Sit up nice and tall, close down your eyes, and take your awareness inwards. Relax your face, your jaw. Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Feel connected to the floor. Feel the line from tailbone to crown. Be aware of your breath. The inflow and outflow through your nostrils. Allow your body to settle for a moment and bring your attention to the here and now. Bring your hands together and rub them vigorously until they're nice and warm. And place them over your eyes, opening your eyes out into your hands, feeling the warmth nourish your eyes. Relax your hands down. Let's roll down onto the back. With your next inhalation, take the arms above you to the floor behind, push through the heels and flex back your toes, stretch in opposite directions. With your next exhalation, guide the arms back by your side and completely relax your body. Take the arms out at shoulder height for a spinal twist. Bring the knees into the chest. Take an inhalation. And with your next exhalation, allow the knees to fall to the left as you turn your head to the right. Gently bring the weight down on your right shoulder. Relax your belly. Let the knees fall down with gravity. With your inhalation, bring the knees and head to center. Exhale, let the knees fall to the right as you turn the head to the left, staying relaxed in your neck. Gently bring the weight down on your left shoulder. With inhalation, take knees and head to center and stretch out your right leg and your left leg. Bring the hands above you to the floor behind. Bring the palms together, the legs together. Let's refresh the body by rolling up onto one side, rolling back and up to the other side. Let's do that twice more, self-massage, rolling from one side to the other. One more round, keeping the breaths flowing. Come back to center, release the arms down, bend the right knee and clasp the knee with your hands for Pavana Muktasana. Keep your left leg heavy along the mat. So let's circle the foot in one direction, your right foot spreading the toes, free up the ankle joint, and circle back in the opposite direction. Create space between the toes. Let's take the right knee out towards the right side and pull it up towards the right armpit. If it feels okay for you, take your left arm out to the side at shoulder height and open across your chest. Both buttocks contacting the mat. The knee and toes of your left leg pointing up to the sky. Inhale, bringing the knee to center, clasping the knee, pulling the knee down. Exhale, raise nose towards knee. Inhale, release the head back at the same time as straightening the right leg vertically into the air. Push through the heel and flex back your toes with the exhalation, guiding the leg back to the mat with control. Bend the left knee, clasp the knee with your hands and circle the foot in one direction, spreading your toes. Circle back in the opposite direction. Come back to center. Take the left knee out to the left side and gently pull the knee up towards the left armpit. If it's okay for you, take your right arm out at shoulder height. Open across your chest. Feel the stretch, the opening on the left groin. right leg heavy on the mat with toes and knee pointing up to the sky. Inhale, bring the knee up to center. Exhale, raise nose towards knee. Inhale, release the head back and straighten the leg vertically into the air. Exhale, lower the leg with control. So let's roll on to our front, taking the arms out in front. So we'll do a diagonal lift. Right arm, left leg with your inhalation. Lifting the head, exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale, lower. So moving in your own breath rhythm. Great for strengthening the back. Moving meditation. Finish with left arm and right leg, and turn your head to one side and completely relax for a moment. Place your chin or forehead to the mat. This time both arms and both legs, soft gaze forward. Keep breathing. And exhale, lower. Turn the head to the opposite direction, completely relax your body. Let's take the hands under the shoulders and press back to Child's Pose. The knees separated, big toes together. Sink the weight back to the heels. Rest the forehead to the mat. Feel the length along your spine. If you need some height, place one fist on top of the other. Rest your forehead on the top fist. Let's come up onto all fours for cow and cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, concave the back, lift the chin. Exhale, press into the hands, pull the navel up to the spine. Inhale, spread sitting bones. Exhale, the tailbone down and under, drop the head. So moving with your breath, flexion of the spine. Let's move into Tiger. Right knee into the nose. Inhale, lifting the leg. Exhale, right knee into the nose. Inhale, lifting the leg. Keeping the leg bent. And lower the right knee down. You take an inhalation. And with your exhalation, bring the left knee into nose. Inhale, lifting the leg, keeping it bent. Looking up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, open. And with your exhalation, lower the knee to the mat. Let's come up onto our feet for Garland Pose or Yogic squat. The feet splayed, letting the hips drop. The elbows to the inside of your knees. If you need some more support, if you're on the balls of your feet, place your hands on the floor. That may be more comfortable for you as you hold the pose. Lift your chest, the spine long. Find your drishti, your gaze point. Great hip opener, which will prepare us for Pigeon Pose later on. Let's take the hands to the floor, walk the feet towards each other, feet parallel. Cradle the elbows with your hands. Keep the knees bent, the spine long. Feel free to lay the belly onto the thighs. As an alternative, place your hands under your feet so that the toes touch the crease of the wrists. Inhale, lengthen forward, and exhale, fold in, lengthening the legs. Stretching the wrists. Release. And let's roll up to standing, taking your time. When you get there, let's reach the arms up. Take hold of one wrist and side bend. Get longer on one side. Let's come up through the center. Take hold of the other wrist and side bend to the other side. Stay grounded through your feet. Come up through the center And let's interlace the fingers behind the head. Lift tall with your inhalation. Exhale, twist the upper body. Come back to center, lift tall. Exhale, twist to the other side. Come back to center. Let's take the hands to the shoulders and circle the elbows. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and under. Free to close down your eyes. Taking your awareness inwards, synchronize movement with breath. Let's circle back in the opposite direction, loosening the shoulder joints, preventing calcification or rigidity there. Come back to center. Let's open our arms out, so arms parallel to the floor, touching the hands to the shoulders. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. Let's circle the forearms, loosening our elbow joints, and circle back in the opposite direction. Let's interlace the fingers and circle the wrists in one direction and circle back in the opposite direction. Give your hands a shake. Free up your joints. It's a great thing to do, to move forward in life with ease. Interlace the fingers in front of you for Katichakrasana, lifting the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, turn to one side. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Interlace your fingers, gazing at the back of your hands. Inhale, press the arms up. Exhale, fold halfway. Inhale, turn to the other side. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release, turning your right foot out, warrior two, sinking vertically. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Let's reach through the right arm and take the elbow to the thigh. Circle the left arm up and over, creating a diagonal line. So if it's okay for you, take your hand to the inside of the foot. Going further, bind the pose, internally rotate the lower arm, and catch the hands behind. Keep rotating the chest to the sky, whatever variation you choose. Release from the bind, inhale, come up. Dancing warrior, back hand to leg, keeping the right knee bent. And let's return to warrior two. Coming back up, exhale, warrior two to the other side, left leg bent. Tailbone down and under. Belly gently pulled back and up towards spine. Reach through the left arm and take your elbow to the thigh. Taking right arm overhead, rotate your chest open to the sky. Choosing an option that's best for you, perhaps taking the hand by the foot or binding the pose, taking the arm under the top arm around to catch hold of the hand. Keep turning your chest open. Choose the variation that allows the open chest. Release from the bind. Inhale, rise up, dancing warrior. Come up to warrior two. Straighten the legs. Interlace the fingers behind. Inhale, open your heart to the sky. Exhale, Parsvakonasana. Forward bend. Relax your neck. Keep breathing. Inhale, let's draw up. Releasing the hands. Let's take a big step up to the top of the mat and stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Ground into your feet. Tailbone down and under just a little. Lengthen up your spine. Your arms by your side. Inhale, take the arms back and up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, straight legs, long spine, perhaps your hands at your shins. Let's step the right leg back to the lunge onto your fingertips. Step back to plank pose, a high push-up position. Lower to the knees for more support and lower to the floor. Inhale, Cobra Bhujangasana, elbows bent and hugged in. Curl the toes under, press up and back to downward facing dog, gently pressing the chest back. So feel free to keep a little bend in your knees to allow the length along your spine. Relax your head. Spread your fingers. Let's center the left leg and take the right leg high. Come up onto the toes of your left foot. Bring the knee into the chest and step it through. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Exhale, fold in, bending the knees if needed. Inhale, rise, keeping the spine long. Lift out from your hips and press your hips forward. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms back and up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg back to the lunge, heart space open. Step back to plank pose, high push-up position. And exhale, lower with control. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. Curl the toes under and press up and back to downward facing dog. So explore straightening the legs, but don't compromise your spine. Keep breathing. Center the right leg and lift the left leg high. Come up onto the toes of your right foot. Lift high. Bring the knee into the chest, hollow out the belly and step the left foot through. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release and fold in. Inhale, rise, lead up with the heart, arms wide, expanding. Lift out from your hips and press your hips forward. Exhale, lower your hands at your heart and Jali Mudra. Let's step the legs a little bit apart. Take your hands to your hips and circle the hips one direction. Circle back in the opposite direction. Come back to center. Let's take a balance pose, dancer pose. Ground your right leg and take your right arm into the sky. Reach down to take hold of your left ankle, bringing the legs together. Find a focus point to fix your gaze. Reach forward as the foot rises behind. Keep the front arm above horizontal to maintain the back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Take left arm to the sky, ground into your left leg, your left foot. Catch hold of your right ankle. Maintain your drishti. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, go into the pose. Take your time. Inhale, rise up with awareness. Exhale, release. Let's swing the arms. Pummel the kidneys with the back of the hands. Free up your body after the static balance pose. Cool down. Come back to center. Let's take our position at the top of the mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Exhale, step right leg back to the lunge. Let's walk the left foot over to the right wrist and lower down, keeping the right leg in line with right hip. Place the hands either side of your hip If you feel discomfort, I'm reaching over to get a folded up blanket to show you how to support yourself in this pose. So we can take the folded up blanket or block under our left buttock. We want to roll the right hip down to square off our hips. So there's a tendency to want to sit back on one buttock. Keep your hips level. If you feel any discomfort in your knee, curl the back toes under. So let's play with the pose, bending the back leg and catch hold of the ankle with the right arm. Allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. If you'd like to join me, do the bind, the toes to the inside of the elbow, taking the left arm up and over. Release from the bind. Let's fold forward for the forward bend. So this is Pigeon Pose or Eka Pada Rajakapotasana. Great hip opener, buttock stretch. Maintain comfort in the pose. Make sure you're well supported and there's no sharp pain. Ease out of the pose. So let's go back to our lunge with the left leg out in front. Let's step forward, lengthening the spine, lengthening your legs, and fold in. Let's do that again. Inhale, Uttanasana, and exhale, let's take the left leg back to the lunge. So taking Pigeon Pose to the other side, walking the right foot over towards the left wrist, and lowering down with ease. So your right foot may slide back as you lower the leg, it may come closer to your groin, and that's okay. Make sure you're well supported, so you may like to place a rolled up blanket under your right buttock. Roll the left hip down to square off your hips. If needed, curl the back toes under to take the weight off your knees. Open your heart. Let's play with the pose, bending the back leg and catching hold of the ankle with the same hand. Perhaps taking the bind, toes to the inside of the elbow, reaching the right arm up so that you can clasp the fingers. Relax your shoulders, heart space open, wonderful quadricep stretch this bind. Release. Let's fold forward, fold your arms, rest the forehead on the top arm. Check in that you're comfortable. Keep breathing. Go deeper with each breath. Breathe, relax, and let go. Let's ease out. Let's come onto our right hip and bring the left leg round so that our legs are outstretched in front of us for Anasana. You might like to use the folded up blanket again, placing it under your sitting bones to tilt your pelvis forward. Round both sitting bones, push through the heels and flex back your toes. Inhale, taking the arms up, lift out from your hips. Exhale, pulling the belly in. Let's fold forward. If you feel discomfort in your lower back or along your spine, bend the legs, lay the belly onto the thighs, well supported in this variation. If it's okay for you, inhale, lift up halfway, exhale, folding in again, keeping the arms back in their sockets, aiming to lay the belly onto the thighs. Everybody is different, so your forward bend will look different to mine, but maintain integrity along your spine, ensure there's no discomfort. Let's release, sliding the hands up the legs, resting the hands on your thighs, sitting up tall, close down your eyes for a moment to observe the effects. So let's open our eyes, crossing your legs. Let's walk our hands forward, lowering the hips. So letting the hips sink, arms straight, shoulders back away from ears, gazing forward. Nice psoas opening and lengthening. Let's ease back. So come to supported plank and lower with control. We're going to take a bow pose, so I'm going to demonstrate an easier version, an easier back bend in case bow pose is not good for you. Locust pose, arms by your side, lifting the arms and legs and lowering down when you're ready. Or taking bow pose, so bending the legs, taking hold of the ankles, push through the heels and flex back your toes. Bring shoulder blades nice and close. Inhale, lift into bow. So the knees will come off the mat. Feel as if you want to straighten your legs. Your body will naturally rock as you hold the pose, massaging your internal organs. Exhale, release from the pose and turn your head to one side and completely relax. So another round, but this time with a variation. So we're going to roll from one side to the other. Here I am demonstrating what you could do if you're not doing bow pose. I actually found this a little uncomfortable, so feel free to opt out. So feel free to do another locust pose or bow pose with the side to side motion, which I'm going to demonstrate. Taking bow pose, rolling onto one side, coming back to center with some momentum, rolling over to the other side. Come back to center, and let's do that one more time. It's a rather playful variation, but it's great for massaging our internal organs, maintaining flexibility of our spine, and exhale, release. Turn the head to the opposite direction, completely relax, absorb the practice. Take the hands under your shoulders and press back to child's pose. So let's cross our legs for Sukhasana, coming back to our seated pose. Let's do a twist, one hand behind, hand to opposite knee, lift tall with your inhalation, and exhale, twist, keeping your chest open, collarbones broad. Exhale, release. Let's take the other hand behind, hand to opposite knee, lift tall with your inhalation, exhale, twist. Twists are great after a back bend. They help to neutralize the back. Exhale, release. So let's lower the chin to the chest and roll the head up to one shoulder and just pause for a moment. And roll the chin back to the chest and roll the head up to the other shoulder. Roll the chin back to the chest, and this time let's go all the way around, lifting the chin up and over, returning chin to chest. So let's roll the chin up to one shoulder, the opposite one to the one we started with, rolling chin back to the chest. Roll the head up to the other shoulder, and chin back to chest. This time going all the way around, lifting the chin up and over, and returning the chin back to your chest. When you're ready, inhale, float the head back up. Let's make our way down to the floor for Shavasana. Bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side to massage your back. And lengthen out your legs for relaxation. If you need more support, feel free to bend your knees and have the feet on the floor so all of your back is contacting the mat. Lengthen your spine, align your neck with your spine. The eyes closed, jaw released. All of your face soft, free of any tension or tightness. Relax your neck and shoulders. Allow your arms to be heavy. Soften your arms. Loosen your elbows, your wrists and your fingers. Embody your back muscles. Observe them soften. Relax your abdomen, your lower back. Loosen your hips and allow your hips to sink down. Relax the muscles of your thighs and calves. Loosen your knees. Loosen your ankles and every toe. Allow your whole body to melt into the floor. Follow the breath to a deeper state of relaxation. No requirement to do here, just be. Let's awaken the body. Take 2 deeper breaths. Wiggle fingers and toes and roll the head from one side to the other. When you're ready, bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Then roll onto your right side. When you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed for a moment. Just checking in with how you feel after the practice. We'll seal the practice with the sound of the Om 3 times. Take an inhalation. Inhaled. Resonance. Bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your head to your heart.